It's March 1945. German troops spot what it looks like a full-blown American invasion force near the Rhine. So naturally, they freak out and go, Achtung, Amerikaner! And start blasting, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, kaboom, whee, boom. Like a full Michael Bay mode, right? But then, nothing. No return fire, no tanks. Just awkward silence. Just awkward deflating noises.
Bad is happening. I think they bamboozled us into not committing bad things.
This is the story of how the Nazis got outmaneuvered by ghosts. Not metaphorical ghosts, real ones. Well, real fake ones. The Ghost Army was a deception unit that tricked the Nazis so badly, they didn't know what was real.
I am sure you did not see that.
What do you mean? See what?
No, I mean, you did not see that. You know, Nazi?
What are you saying?
Let me explain the joke.
My God, just shut up already. Meanwhile, please like and subscribe to The Brain of Salt.
I will not.
I wasn't talking to you.
Officially, they were called the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. Unofficially, a Broadway roadshow in uniform with fewer jazz hands and more camouflage. It was 1,100 men trained not to fight, but to fake. They were artists, sound engineers, ad men, and fashion designers. So basically everyone you'd find in a Brooklyn loft, but with access to classified military equipment.
Every fake tank comes with an Ethereum wallet.
Bro, it's not even a tank. It's a wearable metaphor for late-stage capitalism, draped in Gucci, obviously.
The unit had more MFAs than M1 rifles, and honestly, that was the plan. Their mission was to make entire armies appear out of nowhere, using inflatable tanks, pre-recorded war sounds, and enough theatrical bullshit to make Shakespeare rise from the grave and go,
I penned Macbeth with murder in mind, yet ne'er did I dream of inflatable slaughter.
So how did they do that? Well, first, they focused on what you could see. They created rubber tanks, inflatable artillery, and fake trucks made of canvas and plywood. So basically the world's deadliest IKEA showroom.
We also like confusing customers since 1943. Once inside, there is no exit. Only regrets, meatballs, and a growing sense of doom.
Entire camps would pop up overnight in empty fields, fully accessorized. Laundry flapping in the breeze, fake campfires burning bright, entire tracks bulldozed into the dirt just to make it look like someone knew what they were doing. Some of the props were so flimsy, soldiers were literally ordered not to lean on them, because nothing ruins military deception like Private Johnson face planting through a cardboard jeep.
Great! I'm gonna get a Purple Heart for dying of embarrassment.
Also, they focused on what you could hear. So they mounted loudspeakers on jeeps and blasted pre-recorded sounds of troops marching, tanks clanking, and engineers yelling stuff like,
Hey, stop touching the landmine with your sandwich!
These weren't just random noises. They were custom tailored to match the terrain. So if it was a swamp, you got squishy boots and pissed off frogs. If it was a forest, you got crackling branches and mosquitoes whining in your ear. They played the loops on repeat, so realistic German troops could hear the chaos 15 miles away, and thought the Americans were throwing a surprise invasion party with surround sound.
We heard the tanks, the shouting, the artillery. We even heard someone yell, YOLO, in English.
And finally, they focused on what you could intercept. Radio operators didn't just talk, they acted. Full-on voice theater. They impersonated entire divisions, mimicked real units, hijacked legit call signs, and even nailed the bored-ass banter between officers. We're talking full commitment here. Inside jokes, petty gossip, and probably Private Johnson asking,
Hey, you think Eisenhower's haircut looks like a baguette? Or is that just me?
And for a German general squinting at his map, entire divisions were just appearing out of nowhere like a military-themed acid trip. You couldn't trust your eyes, your ears, or even your intercepted transmissions. This wasn't just deception. This was weaponized gaslighting.
I don't know what's real anymore. The sky, fake. The tanks, fake. My wife, she left me for Hans, the flamethrower operator.
But here's what it makes it even more insane. It actually worked.
It actually worked.
Yeah, I just said that.
Okay, you want a medal or something?
No, but maybe like and subscribe? That'd mean a lot to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Anyway, for example, in Brittany in 1944, the Ghost Army impersonated the 6th Army Division to lure German forces away from the real invasion of Brest. The German repositioned and found absolutely no one. Just a very realistic ghost town made of rubber and lies.
We followed the tanks, and we found nothing. But Hans was there, laughing, with his flamethrower and my schnitzel.
Then came their masterpiece. Operation Viersen. 600 inflatable vehicles, 500 sound rigs, and full radio mimicry. They staged an entire fake assault south of the Rhine. The Germans scrambled to intercept and walked straight into nothing. Meanwhile, real Allied troops strolled across the river like it was a Sunday brunch.
We marched into the smoke, expecting battle. Instead, nothing. Just tire tracks, deflated tanks, and Hans making s'mores with my ex-wife.
And somehow almost no one knew. The Ghost Army's existence was classified for over 40 years. Even most Allied troops had no idea. To them, the backup division just ghosted. Literally, the deception ran so deep, it fooled both sides, enemies and allies. Why the secrecy? Simple. The US wanted to keep using the tactics in Korea, in Vietnam, and maybe even now.
If you see a bouncy house rolling down a hill toward North Korea, now you know.
And their illusions may have saved 15,000 to 30,000 lives without firing a single shot. They got no medals, no glory, just silence. And for decades, nobody knew. Until 2022, when Congress finally said,
"All right, thanks for punking Hitler with balloons. Here's your medal. Now please leave. We've got 9/11 first responders to underfund."
So, what do you think? If inflatable tanks could save lives, what about deepfakes? If lying to the enemy helped end the war, could we use deepfakes the same way to confuse, distract, and even protect? What if a fake video could stop real violence? Should governments use it? The Ghost Army showed the truth doesn't always win wars. What people believe does. Today, we've swapped rubber tanks for AI-generated faces. But the core question remains, should we lie if it saves lives? Please let us know what you think in the comments.